Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Traci from Downward Dog Rising, and I'm here to give you a yoga core workout tonight. So we're going to work our core to strengthen our abdominals for our functionality, so it helps our low back be strong, and it also gives us support, so when we're doing planks or holding poses, we feel really supported from our center out. So we're going to start off in a plank position. So we're going to just face our mat. So join me. We're going to come up onto our hands and our knees. And then what I want you to do is find the right spot so that you're not sinking your energy into your wrists. Lift up your sternum so your middle back elongates. And then just take a moment, and then I want you to lift and spread the energy and the weight across your upper mid back. So you're gonna feel how your shoulder blades pull down the sides of your back, connecting into your lat muscles. And just feel really strong. Chest is open. Your shoulder blades are anchoring down your back. And then I want you to start drawing your abdominals tight to your spine. And you're gonna walk one leg out at a time. You're gonna lengthen, and then I want you to lengthen, and then rock forward and back, knees come down again, switch sides, lengthen, lengthen, rock forward, back, knees come to mat, other leg extends, rock forward and back, bring the knees back down. Keep on elevating heart away from that. And again, you're gonna go back, rock forward and back, and rock. Extend the other leg straight, and the other leg tailbone long, forward and back. We'll keep alternating opposite leg. Rock for 2. Come back in, extend opposite leg, rock for 2. Come back in, extend, rock for 2. 2 more sets. Extend, rock front, rock back, rock front, rock back. 1 more time, extend, rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back. Wonderful. Sit straight back, hips over heels in a little rest pose. Balasana, pull your heart through the arms and stretch and reach. Breathe into the back sides of your rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, stretch that upper mid back out. Pull those sits bones behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch part, inhale. Exhale. Stretch part 1 more time. You're gonna inhale. Exhale, stretch that back apart. Slowly walk in 1 hand at a time. All right, we're gonna do a little set of tricep push-ups. That's gonna help with your Chaturanga Dandasana. So, tricep push-ups, we do this a lot in Pilates. Also can do it in yoga because it's gonna help you going from downward dog to upward dog, as well as your Chaturanga Dandasana. So, make sure that this doesn't happen. Pull the shoulders down back. Pull your heart through the arms. And then I'm gonna do this just to help my knees a little bit. I want you to hug your elbows close to your sides of your body. And then I want you to hug in and then press back up. Hug in. Upper arm bones, humerus bones, hug close to your ribs. And 7. Exhale, lift, and 6. Exhale, lift, and 5. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Excellent. Uncross your feet. All right. What I want you to do next, I'm going to ask you to really feel how your abdominals lift into your back. And then we're gonna extend both legs out, full on plank. And then from the full on plank, what I want you to do, you're gonna do elbow, elbow, back. Same side, opposite, back. Same, opposite, back. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, now hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Same side, then opposite. Same, opposite, back. Same, opposite, back. Same, opposite, back. 2 more. Same, opposite, back. Last one. Hold it. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Excellent. Come down. Now from here, instead of a straight back balasana rest pose, you're going to shift your sternum, your breastbone, towards the center of this thigh. And then you're just going to slowly extend and stretch off to the side slightly. Feel the side of your spine stretch apart. Keep lengthening your tailbone straight back behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel sides, back of ribs really expand. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Slowly come back in. Reach arms to sky. Inhale. Bring hands to heart. Exhale. Feel centered. Feel grounded. One more time. Breathe in. Hands to heart. Feel that peace from within to without. Centered. Grounded. Take your breastbone, sternum, rotate to this other quad, center of other thigh, stretch spine, and slowly you're going to hinge forward from the hips, stretch those arms long. Now stretch the other side of your spine out, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Feel those ribs pull open and apart. Inhale. You're blowing air into a balloon. Exhale. 2 more times. Feel those ribs stretch apart. Sits bones pull behind you into the mat. And 1 more time. Deep inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Come back center. Rise up. Face the center. All right. We're going to do another round of triceps core push-ups, but this time let's do single leg. So you're going to come up. We're going to extend one leg straight back behind us, and maybe you'll point toes. Feel your gluteal really engage. Make sure shoulders are down and back. Elbows hug in tight. Press back up again. Hug those elbows in and press back up again. 8, 7, press up. 6, inhale, exhale. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, inhale, exhale. Wonderful. Now, take your left leg that's all the way back behind you. What I want you to do, you're going to bend that leg and reach it to the corner of your mat in front of you. And you're going to go a little external rotation. Now, once you do external rotation, you're going to take your hands to the inside of your ankle and extend this back leg straight out. And then what I want you to do is feel how your core is lifting up into your low back, We're in a little dragon stance. Breathe in, breathe out. We're gonna open up this hip and stretch this side hip and glute. Breathe in, breathe out. Gently place your back knee down, top of foot on mat. Now we're gonna roll out to the pinky toe, lateral edge of our foot, and go into a little wing dragon. And just breathe. I have my yoga block. I think I'm gonna use it today. My hips are pretty tight today. So in your wing dragon, your hip bones face front, you're rolled out to lateral pinky toe side of foot. Keep spine reaching long, hips are squared. And if you want to come down to your forearms, you can come down to your forearms to get a deeper stretch through the front of your hip. I'm just bringing the mat up to me by using a yoga block. Breathing in, breathing out. This will help support your low back and hips a little more than going all the way to the mat. So use what's right for you in this moment. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep inhale. Now gently, we're gonna do a little twisted dragon. Rotate breastbone towards knee. Maybe you'll take your hand a little higher than the knee. Lift your heart to the sky, hold here. Breathing in and breathing out. Little rotation through mid-back, thoracic spine. Breathing in and breathing out. My body's shaking right now. Woo! Do whatever level feels right for you. Breathing in and breathing out. I'm getting a really deep hip flexor stretch back there. Woo! Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Slowly come back center. Maybe you'll come up to your hands again. And then you're gonna just take your back toes, curl them under, lift up that back foot. Slowly take it out into your plank and hold for 10. And 9, really stretch part. 8, 7, front ribs meet back ribs. 6, 5, keep that spine aligned, neutral. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, awesome. We're gonna come back to our hands and our knees. We're gonna do another set of our little tricep, single leg push-ups. Make sure those shoulders drop down and back. And then we're gonna take this right leg straight out, level out your hips. So you form a straight line across those two hip bones so your hips are squared straight in front of you. And then you're just gonna hug those elbows in tight and then extend those arms again. And inhale and exhale, reaching up. Inhale. Exhale. There's 8, 7, 6. Exhale, push up, hug those elbows in. And 5. Really use those triceps. 4. Connect those shoulder blades down into your lat muscles in your back. And 3. And 2. Exhale. Good. Last one. Press it up. Okay. Now take this leg that's back here and I want you to walk it through to the front right corner of your mat this time. Take a second, take the hands to the inside of your ankle. Now you're gonna just extend this leg straight back so you can stretch into this left hip flexor. Breathing in Breathing out. This foot's externally rotated. The front corner of your mat. Open chest and shoulders. Stay here and breathe. So you're getting this hip to really stretch apart. And inhale. Exhale, this lateral hip and glute. Little dragon stance. Breathing in, get those hips to release. That's it. Inhale, exhale. One more time, really feel how your tailbone stretches back behind you. We're going to drop our back knee to the mat. Then we're going to take the top of our foot, gently let it rest on the mat. Now keep pulling your heart forward and through the arms. We're going to take it into our wing dragon now. I want you to gently roll this right foot out laterally onto your pinky toe side so your inner thigh, your knee will rotate out away from you, giving that hip a little deeper stretch. Keep the hip bone squared straight in front of you. I'm feeling super tight, so I'm going to use a prop today. I get really tight when I run. And I've been running on the beach, so it's different running in the sand. And I don't like my feet getting wet when it's cold. So I run in the dry sand, which is deep. And then your stride is smaller in the deep sand because you sink down. You're different because you don't want to lose your balance and fall. So it's a different stance even. So then what happens? This gets tight. All right, so we're gonna hip hinge forward. We're on our lateral pinky toe side of our foot. And then if you could come down to your forearms, please do so. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the low back lengthen too. And inhale. And exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Wing dragon. Do a little adjustment. There we go. Oof. Breathing in, breathing out. Greet yourself wherever you're at on the mat. Slowly, we're gonna do a little twisted dragon. So what I want you to do here, slowly bring your hand a little higher than your knee. And you're just gonna rotate breastbone to sky, palm to sky. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders down, inhale. Exhale, little mobility through mid-back. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep inhale. Slowly return back to center. Gently, you're going to extend those arms, press palms into mat. We're going to slowly take this back leg up. And then we're going to just slowly come out of our dragon by going straight back into a plank. And we're going to hold another 10, tailbone long, 9, front ribs meet back ribs, 8, 7, and 6, 5, and 4, and 3, 2, and last one. Wonderful. Slowly come back down. All right. Okay, next. Ooh, that totally worked me. I was shaking. Okay, next, what I want to do, I want us to Do more for our hips. That felt really good. To go into dragon. And I'm just going to counter you by giving you a little back extension. So I want you to just open chest and shoulders. And then I'm going to ask you to just like hip hinge back a little bit, open your heart. And then I want you to just press your 2 shoulder blades behind you. And then again, open, inhale. Exhale, press those shoulder blades back behind you. 3 more. Exhale, stretch out, middle back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, stretch out that middle back. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right. And just bring both arms down. Okay. I want to take you into a little deer pose. So for deer pose, we're going to sit. We're going to bring our left leg in front. And we're going to flex that left heel. And then we're just going to take this right leg back behind us. And we're facing straight ahead. It's going to look like this. We have one leg bent in front and one leg bent behind us. And I might even take a yoga blanket for extra knee cushion. So then when I sit, I'm going to come this way and face you. And so whenever I bend this leg back, I like to have a little cushion just to help me. Right now I'm still healing. So now feel length. And you're going to lengthen, stretch up. And then I want you to gently start to come forward. Just let your sits bones reach back behind you on the mat. Maybe you're going to flex this foot. You might even do less of a lift there. Just a little softness under that knee. I did jump board tonight before I left work on the reformer because I didn't go to the beach because it was cold and cloudy and dreary, and I did that on a Sunday and I froze. Almost had a crab jump out of sand and bite my toes. So I'm trying to find alternatives to running when it gets like that outside. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And again, I'm feeling the need to use a block. Do whatever feels right for your body. I'm just placing this out in front of me. Inhale. Exhale. Doing a slight adjustment for that leg. There we go. Maybe you'll take it a little lower to the mat now. I'm gonna just take my forehead. Inhale. Exhale. Soften. Let that low back open up as well as your hips. Just breathe into the tension, into the tightness, and let it go. You'll feel your body give and release. When you get past that mental resistance that almost makes you want to stop, then you get the release and you get to go in deeper to it. When you're not fighting the mind, then the body releases more. Soften into it. Feel how that front hip just really starts to release into that lateral glute. Take another deep inhale. Slowly stretch top of head away from tailbone. Gently press yourself up. And we might do a little alternative here to stretch a little deeper into this hip. If you have a pillow or something, you could bring it onto your mat in this direction. And then you're just going to gently feel this part open through here. And then you're just going to slowly stretch out for a moment. Get a little deeper stretch through this hip. Pull your heart forward and through. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Soften. Maybe your arms are bent and your forehead's on your hands. Inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale. Slowly take hands under shoulders. Slowly push yourself up. Excellent. Now what I want you to do is just reverse it. You're gonna bend this right leg, flex that right foot, and then you're just gonna take this leg back. I'll see how this knee feels. Let's see what's happening today. Just always listen to your body. So we have this leg in front. We're just opening this leg back. See what's happening. Are you leaning into one hip, favoring one side? Feel like you're getting through each half of your pelvis, because we don't want to emphasize more weight going into one side than the other. We don't want to torque our pelvis or have rotations go through there and have our SI joint get affected from that. So you're just going to lengthen, and then gently you're going to flex this ankle and start to reach forward. And then you'll notice sometimes one side could be totally different than the other. I'm probably going to do a SI joint reset tonight because I feel like my hip is out. That's why one side can stretch down all the way right from the get-go, and the other side I get caught. So it's something to think about. So you just listen to your body, stretch head away from tailbone. You can use a block or a pillow, and just gently stretch into the, feel like you're really stretching head away from tailbone. Your spine elongates. Just allow your body space to go where it needs to go. Breathing in, breathing out. You're gonna feel that outer hip and thigh, this gluteal back here, in the front of this thigh, and hip flexor. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe you're here on your forearms. Whatever works, whatever feels right. Maybe you're on your forehead. Breathing in, breathing out. Do you feel a give? Go a little deeper into the stretch. Stretch apart, head away from tailbone. Feel the spine elongate. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And one more time, inhale. Exhale, gently bring hands directly under the shoulders. Slowly rise up, stretch your spine tall. And then we're just gonna do our little rotation to get this hip flexor up here through these ribs to stretch a little bit more. getting into this lateral hip and glute. I'm just gonna bring my little blankie, my yoga blanket in front, and then I want you to feel how you're rotating from those ribs, middle back, and just gently stretch. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Feel that hip open a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Head stretches away from tailbone. Feel those ribs open up. Maybe your hands are just directly under your forehead. Soften across that upper mid back. Reach that tailbone away from you. Feel that elongation through that low back. Two more deep inhales. And one more time. Slowly. Hands under shoulders, press up. Excellent. And now we're just going to take our legs to the front of us. And then what I want you to do here, press palms away. And just do this little windshield wiper right into those hip creases. Stretch out your hips, your back. Good. Little transition. Gently come back center. All right. Next, let's do a little butterfly. So I'm going to ask you to sit tall. It's like you're going to face the bottoms of your feet up. And then that way it just drops those thigh bones down into the mat. You don't have to do anything, they just kind of fall. Sit nice and tall, breathing in, breathing out. Spine is aligned. Just think of those thighs falling into the mat, floating in water. Feel the crease right in the front of the hip and the thigh. Just trying to get those hips to release. They feel tight, we want them to release. Sitting for long periods can really get those hips to get tight, the hamstrings, back and thigh to get tight, and then that can affect your low back. One more deep inhale here. Softly release. From here, we're just gonna have our legs reach a little further away from our pelvis to go into a little diamond stretch. And with diamond, it'll give you a little bit more space in your back and hips so you can go a little bit forward more. So I'm just gonna slide back a little bit on the mat. I'll probably need help a little bit. So walk your heels a little bit out, further away from your groin. So you just walk your feet out, giving more space in the front of the hip joints. Equalize weight on each half of your pelvis. You're sitting equally on your sits bones. And just breathe. If you're really open in the hips and low back, You can kind of like interlace your hands together, like over your feet. And if you wanted to, you could rest your forehead on the hands. I'm not quite there, so I'm gonna grab my block as I hinge forward from the hips, going a little deeper. Just gonna see if I can stretch my heart through. Feel that crease in there. Let that low back open up. Just gonna use this block for my forehead. And try to really breathe and expand the back of my ribs wide open and apart. Create some space for my spine. Breathing into the sides of those ribs, getting those intercostals to stretch open, creating more space for the spine. Using the breath as a tool, as a mechanism to create more room and length in our spine so we can decompress the tension out of it and get rid of pain before it becomes permanent in there from compression. Always good to try to decompress your body, especially if you're driving a lot or stressed. Feel how that low back really starts to open up along with the front of those hips, that crease right where that femur bone goes into that acetabulum, that hip socket. Just let it all go, let the tension release. Take one more deep inhale here. Slowly lengthen top of head away from tailbone. Stretch up out of your center. Gently come back in. Now we're just going to take our legs, close them in. And again, little windshield wiper, release your hips. I'm going to take you into a reverse table. So we're just going to turn, lift arms, because I want you to feel like you can just roll those shoulders down, back, away from your ears. Feel as if your inner thighs draw together, get your glutes to engage, push into all four corners of your feet. And I want you to press those palms away and just lift hips to sky. Send those knees stretching away from you, press hips to sky. Breathe in, feel your inner thighs draw together, and it's like you're pushing down into the bottoms of your feet. Breathing in, breathing out, lift heart to sky. Glutes are engaged, tailbone reaches away from you. Breathe in, breathe out. Strengthen those shoulders. One more deep inhale. Exhale, gently come back in. Wonderful. Shake out your knees. All right. Then I'm just going to have you sit in a little Dandasana, staff pose. Feel how you're trying to get your rib cage placement so you're not overly arching. You want to feel like pull the ribs, front ribs, pull into the back ribs so the low back elongates, and just sit nice and tall for a moment. Shoulders relaxed. Rise up through the top of your head. Just with intention, sit tall in a staff pose. Dandasana. Just putting our intention. Stretch those heels away from you into the mat. All right, just for fun, I'm going to bring in a little Pilates spinal stretch. We wouldn't do this if we have osteoporosis or any disc disease in the low back. But I'm going to have you do a reach over the thighs so we create some space between ribs and hips. So for our spinal stretch, your arms reach in front, press top of head to ceiling. And I want you to imagine there's a big ball that's sitting on the top of your thighs. I want you to feel as if you can wrap your ribs around that big ball that's sitting over your thighs. So you're actually having your ribs wrap over the ball, create space between ribs and hips. And then you're gonna really scoop abdominals into the back, and then you press your back against the wall behind you. Press head to sky. Imagine that ball sitting on your lap. Create maximal length in your spine as your core pulls into the back. You're reaching over. Open the space between ribs, hips. Open the space, low back. And then you start to stack your spine against the wall behind you as your legs reach out of your center. 3 more. Stretch apart. Chin comes forward, create space, open those ribs apart, reach over those thighs, stack up, separate those vertebrae. Excellent. Inhale, exhale, getting the air out. Stack spine tall. And last one. So just take a deep inhale, press top of head to sky. Reach, 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 shoulder blades down, back, ribs out of hips, stretch over those legs and stack up tall. Excellent. Shake out those knees. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to take you down to your mat now. You're just going to slide down. Maybe reach behind your thighs and create space through the low part of the back. Pull the abdominals in, roll down 1 vertebra, roll down to the next vertebra, to the next vertebra, create space, to the next vertebra, to the next, create that space in your spine. Come all the way down to your mat, okay? Now, I want to get your shoulders to loosen up. So, fingertips face away. But this time, as you lift the arms up, you're gonna let your fingertips go like under the shoulders, or you press your elbows to the sky. So you're just gonna start to stretch out your shoulders and your arms. And then just take your arms again down by your sides. The shoulders can get really tight. Arms up, elbows bend, fingertips reach away from you. Under those shoulders, push down into the mat. And I'm just going to give you like this little baby lift to do. Lift a tiny bit, reach back down. Feel the entire spine stretch into the mat. Up, elbows bend, fingertips reach down towards shoulders, elevate a little bit off the mat so that middle back lifts up. You're pressing into the palms, arms come down, good. Reach, bend those elbows, lift up a little bit, strengthen your upper mid back, come back down. Let's do 4 more of these. Feel how head lengthens away from tailbone, elevate your heart, come back in. 3 more. Really stretch spine, oppositional energy. Lift up, pointing elbows to sky, getting into those triceps too. Elevate your heart, scoop core to spine. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. That's prep work for back bend. So for your wheel back bend. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to lead you into it. Gently peel up, get that space right in between your two shoulder blades to release. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more time. And inhale, exhale. Wonderful. Slowly release down. And then I'm going to have you do one more stretch. Reach arms and legs out. Lengthen apart. Stretch fingers away from toes. Stretch apart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now take your left ankle, crisscross over the right. Walk your feet just a tiny bit to the right. If that's uncomfortable, your feet can be side by side. Now, we're going to take this right hand, grab your left wrist, and I want you to stretch up towards right side so you get this whole left side to stretch apart. Gently pull that left wrist, get that whole side, banana asana. This whole left side, those ribs to stretch off of that hip bone, create that lengthened space in there. Be careful, avoid having the shoulders hunch up. If that happens, I want you to modify just by bending your elbows like this overhead and keeping those shoulders down and back. Feel those ribs expand. Let that spine settle into your mat. One more deep inhale. Get that whole side of the spine to release. Come back to the center. Gently uncross that ankle. Maybe you'll walk your feet a little bit to the left side. Maybe you'll stay there. If you want, crisscross right ankle over left. Take the left hand. You're going to reach and grab your right wrist this time. And you're going to elevate and stretch. Lengthen your spine. Pull apart ribs out of hips. And again, if you feel your shoulders hiking up, it's okay to just keep those elbows bent back so you don't create tension in your shoulders. So you're just stretching. You can pull on that wrist. Pull on your right wrist. Get that stretch even under this armpit. Inhale. Exhale. Pull apart. Create that elongation between ribcage, hip bone. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that space open up. Banana asana. Gently return to the center of your mat. Uncross that ankle. Straighten out your legs, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Everything's aligned. Just stretch apart for a moment. Reach fingers away from toes. Maybe you'll bring your arms down by your sides. Relax, palms to sky. Just going to go into a little shavasana for a moment. Just sinking our body down into the mat. Just breathe. Just let your body feel everything it worked on tonight. Today, tonight, whenever you find this video. Every second you take on your mat counts. So however short of a session, long of a session you have, it all counts. It all matters. Feel a little lighter, more free from taking the time for yourself today. Getting rid of the day, starting over again, starting fresh for tomorrow. Take another deep inhale here. Softly exhale. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move your ankles, your wrists. Good. Just stretch, maybe head side to side. Stretch sides of neck a little. Excellent. Gently just stretch arms overhead. Another deep inhale. And we're just going to slowly turn to one side. And just take a second so you don't see stars if you pop up too fast. And then we're just going to gently press to a seated position. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate you for working out with me, joining me on the mat. So, appreciate you all. Take a deep inhale. And then just gently bring hands to heart. Feeling peaceful, a little bit lighter and more free. Thanks so much. Peace. See you again soon. It's almost the end of the year. Just take each day in stride. Think about how you want your life to be in the new year, because you set the blueprint and the tone. All right. Peace, everyone. Bye.